Hello, welcome back to my studio. We're gonna do a mobility session today. So I have a strap, if you have a belt or something, maybe a TheraBand. We're gonna use that in a moment. We're just gonna start standing. So it's just gonna be a nice, mobility stretch session. So not so much of a workout, just to keep that body limber. I'm gonna start with parallel feet. I'm just turning to the side so you can see me. I'm gonna hinge over to one side, flatten my back, sweep all the way down, go back, flat back, rotate to the side, and then bring myself up. So there's actually quite a bit of core work involved in that. Take it to the side, flat back, sweep all the way down, flat back, rotate to the side, and then I really have to use those obliques to pick myself up. So now other way. Over to the side, feel that stretch, flat back, feel that stretch, sweep down, back to the flat back, over to the side, pick yourself up, and then we'll go other way. Over to the side, flat back, sweep down, over, and bring it up. Good, we'll just leave that there. We're gonna stand kind of at the back of the mat. Sweep the arms to the sky. Take a nice roll down through that spine. Hang down there like a rag doll at the bottom. Try to lengthen the sit bones back. Stretch the head forward. Round back into that. And then really articulate through the spine like you're stacking one vertebrae. I'm keeping this engaged on top of each other. All the way up. Good, so that's happens a lot in Pilates. We do that spinal articulation roll down. As Joseph Pilates said, you're as young as your spine is flexible. So we want to keep that spinal flexibility. And stretch, rounding the head down. Pull the belly in and really rolling up, stacking that spine all the way up. Good, now this time I'm just gonna start back a little bit further, roll down, we're gonna walk it out. So belly in. It's like I'm lifting up through my tummy, rolling down. I'm gonna walk it out. I'm gonna find a nice down dog position. So feeling that stretch, and I'm just gonna pedal it out. Nice stretch session. Keep that body mobile. Lets you really go participate in all your other activities, whether it be life or if you're into some sort of sports or, outdoor adventures and skiing and hiking and all the things. If we're just stiff and tight and in pain, it does not help. So stretch back into that down dog. You're gonna sweep your right leg up to the sky. Now you're gonna open the hip, bend the knee, reach it back up, rotate, and bring it back. Other side. Sweep it up. Open, rotate, bend the knee, reach it back up. Other side. Again, sweep, rotate, bend, extend, rotate, and again, sweep, rotate, bend, extend, rotate, and good. Now this one we're gonna hold it longer. Sweep it up. When you bend the knee, sink the bottom heel down like you're just hanging out into that stretch. Reach it back up, and then other side. Sweep it up, bend, sink the bottom heel down like you're hanging out into the stretch. Reach it back up. And good, lower yourself down onto your knees. And then we're gonna still leave the strap there. We're gonna take our right arm, reach it up, sweep it underneath your body, and just get a nice twist. Feel that in the back, the shoulders. And slowly come back, other side, reach it up. Get that nice twist. And bring it up. Good, so now, I'm getting all caught up with my necklace. You're gonna take your right foot forward. Sink into that lunge, holding the stretch. And then I want you to try to sit all the way down onto your back foot and bow forward. And again, sink into that lunge. Definitely throwing in some yoga moves. And bow forward into that stretch. One more. Sink into the lunge, holding it here. Bow forward into the stretch, but this time it's going to change a little bit. You're going to sit your butt down. So now I have my knee tucked here, and now I'm just going to go forward into that stretch, holding that and breathe. Wow, I feel tight because I have not been doing my stretching and mobility, and I've been feeling it. So I thought, why not make a video for everyone to do? Because I find just running around after my kids and whatnot, if I'm feeling tight and I haven't been doing my mobility, I start to feel it in my hip and my knee and things, especially when I'm driving them around. So this type of stuff keeps me going. Now I'm going to lean back. Now if you're not feeling it in this left knee, you might have to kind of draw your tailbone under and tuck your pelvis, and that's going to open up this quad a bit more. If you're just super limber, you may or may not feel it, but if you're hanging out and not actively putting work into it, you're probably not going to. The more I tuck my pelvis under and try to lift my hip up, then I feel a deep stretch. And then bring yourself up. Good, and then we're gonna swing that leg around and go other side. So, sweeping into that lunge, and then press back, sit onto your heel and stretch. And then sweep into the lunge. I definitely could have used a hair clip today with this hair. And then press back and stretch. And one more, and sweep. Good, and even right here, you can draw that under if you want more stretch. When we sweep back this time, you're actually going to sit the glute down. You'll feel this here. And you're gonna forward fold into the stretch. And then we're gonna lean back, going back, getting that quad, drawing your tailbone under, trying to push your hip upward into that stretch. Good, now sweep both feet around. I'm just gonna scooch forward a bit. Arms are out, take a deep inhale. Exhale, rotate, and then inhale. Here's that spinal rotation now. I can definitely feel a little bit tighter on one side, probably from carrying kids on one side of my hip versus the other. So this type of stuff really helps even me out. And rotate, and back, arms up. And then forward fold. See if you can grab your feet. If you can't, you just go to where you can. If you can pull yourself into it. I definitely am a little bit tight to where I am a little stuck in my low back, so it's hard for me to get that length over. So that's something I'm working on. And then fold into it. So now we've got our strap. Use whatever you have at home. And place your foot into it. So now we're gonna open up the hamstring. So we're pulling that leg back. Now, with this, I'm not lifting my bum off. I'm anchoring my hip down. And I imagine I could almost arch my back, and that's lengthening that hip out. And I'm also drawing this down. So you're just gonna hold that there. Taking a nice deep breath. Now cross the leg over, one of my favorite stretches, the IT band. Oftentimes I see people like have their leg way far up and then trying to cross, and they're like, I don't feel it. Sometimes you have to lower it down to where you can get this hip down and then cross it over. And now you're gonna get all the way around into there. I'm just kind of anchoring with this opposite hand because I'm really trying to draw my hip into the mat, which increases my stretch a lot. And just hold that and breathe. That one is usually, for most of the in-studio clients, always very tight because it's not something we're stretching a lot, but this stretch really helps my hip and my knee so that it doesn't experience as much pain, because when that gets tight, now inner thigh, I feel it pulling on my knee. And now my inner thigh, I'm just gonna go as wide as I can, wherever that is for you. And breathe. One more time, we're gonna go up to the sky. See if you can hold on tight and try to lift your head up for 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna switch. Good, other foot in, leg to the sky. Holding that there. Try to anchor that down so you're not resting in these stretches. We're staying really active. And I'm drawing that down, pushing up through my heels. So I feel like I'm staying a little more active with my body in the stretches. And just hold that. Wow, I feel that. Okay, I T-band, take it over. Usually I do the opposite hand, so let's do this. Okay, so I have it over. I'm trying to anchor my hip back down into the can't talk. Back down into the mat as my heel reaches the other direction, and just hang out there and breathe. You can let me know after the workout if you're as tight in your IT band as everybody else, because it seems to be most people are quite tight in this position. And then open the leg up, get that inner thigh as far as you feel comfortable to where you feel some stretch. We'll bring it back up to the sky one more time. I'm gonna grab the ropes and then pull into that hold for 3, 2, 1, and good. Rest that down. So now we're gonna take a spinal twist. There's so much mobility I could do. I could keep going for so long. Straighten one leg, bend the other knee, shift the hips. But in the essence of time, since we tend to be limited, I'd rather do something quick where you're actually going to be able to do this video versus if I took, an hour and went through everything, you probably won't click on the video and you probably won't do it because we don't always have an hour to come sit here and do mobility. So I'd rather make a bunch of short, smaller videos, and you can feel free to stack them together. And even when I'm doing mobility in person, I tend to mix it in throughout the Pilates session. So it's not necessarily the whole time, but everything we're doing is keeping you mobile in these workouts. This is just a specific mobility session that you can do to just add in some extra stretching. And we're gonna open. I just love this one. Feels so good on the back. My chest, my pec muscle, my shoulder, all that can get so tight. And so this is a great one to do, especially if you do computer work or drive a lot. But I find that the computer work, or if people are on their cell phone a lot, it just gets so tight in the front of their body. So this is a great one to just stretch it all out. And slowly come back. Last one we're gonna do is our happy baby. So we're gonna grab, you can do feet or you can hook your fingers around your big toe. The other option is on the outside of the pinky toes. And the goal is trying to push your tailbone down as you draw those knees in. And you're just getting that length through your back. It's kind of like you're in a deep squat. If you flip this around and put your feet on the ground, it'd be a very deep squat. And you're just gonna breathe here. Nice calming breaths, really resetting the nervous system, which is huge for us. So if you just really take those deep breaths, besides the resetting the nervous system, the mood, I'm less snappy with my kids. I find it's really good for gut health and your stomach. So if you ever find that you're like bloated or not digesting food, sometimes doing these sort of nervous system resets, whether it's a gentle flow, a belly breath. A lot of people talk about meditation, that really helps reset the gut so that it's functioning better. I find that I'm a lot less bloated if I can really reset my nervous system. So hopefully that felt good. Just hug your knees in and then just roll to your side, bring yourself up. I'll make some more mobility flows if you have some specific stretches you want to see. I'm just kind of sharing some of the things I do, and I'll add some harder mobility flows too, because sometimes I amp it up a little bit when I'm doing it for myself. So hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you in the next workout or stretch session, and or join us in person. We've got a lot of great teachers in the studio. See you next time.